surge with a third straight win. John Lannan returns to the mound at Nats Park for the first time. Two teams struggling for momentum in the dog days of August begin a weekend series in D.C. Muggy night at the ballpark. Good night for a boat ride to a ball game. It's been a D.C. sizzler today, and the Nats, after a needed day off, getting to take on those fighting Phils. And no matter where you are in the standings, the mere sight of a Philadelphia uniform or a ball cap should be enough to get you going. Bob and FP, welcome to a weekend of Nats baseball here. Season Series 6-4 Philadelphia, but Dan Herron has been pretty good last couple of times out, and we could see this coming a few weeks ago with an outing he had at Citizens Bank Park.
Well, since he's come off the DL on July 8th, Dan Herron has been nice. He's 2-2 with a 2.40 ERA, and he just has a different presence about him. Seems more relaxed. I mean, he's on top of the baseball. He's commanding the outer half to right-handers as good as I've ever seen him. And since he's come off the DL on July 8th, he's the Dan Herron that Mike Rizzo thought he was going out to get. He struck 32 batters out, walked just 8, and get this, Carp, average against his last 5 starts, 206, just 22 for 107. So Dan Herron has been good.
And Dan will tell you, keeping the ball down early in the count has been a huge formula for his success so far. John Lannan comes back home to start for the Phillies against the Nats, 18-26 over the years in this ballpark. He's been pretty solid, and you know this has to be sort of a strange homecoming for him.
Yeah, I feel like we don't even really have to give a scouting report on John Lannan. Nats fans know what he features, but yeah, it's got to be weird for him being in that bullpen right there, warming up someplace that he's not used to.
If John Lannan's on, you'll see ground balls all over the place. When he faces Jason Worth, you'll probably see line drives and ground balls through the infield. Batting .317, on-base percentage .391. In the bottom of the first, we'll tell you about why he is by far John Lannan's toughest matchup. In 4 million members, 4 million stories. Navy Federal Credit Union. Nice night at the ballpark. Late crowd arriving. Nats Phils meeting for the 11th time this year. The Nats have won 2 out of 3 against the Phillies in this ballpark this year. Train celebrating its 100th anniversary by offering irresistible financing. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Phils are hitting .253, 7th in the league, but they're 12th in runs, 6th in homers. They've got their leadoff guy and their cleanup man on the DL. Dominic Brown, though, doing a good job in the middle of that lineup. The youngster with 25 home runs, 74 RBIs, and he's 6th in the league in runs batted in, top 4 in home runs. Dan Herron's never beaten the Phillies. Tonight may be the night. 0-4 with a .554 ERA in 7 career starts. And as we mentioned, he pitched pretty well in South Philly last time he faced these guys.
He pitched pretty well last time out against Milwaukee. Got the win 3-0. Back-to-back wins for Dan Herron. Pitched 7 scoreless, gave up just 4 hits. Struck out 6, walked 2 through 102 pitches. So fastball percentage down. He's only throwing the fastball, the straight fastball, 38% of the time. Really been relying on the cutter and the changeup. And like I said, commanding the outer half to righties, and he's been down with everything.
So the first pitch of the game, a fastball in there to Jimmy Rollins, underway at 7:06. Rollins' numbers, batting average, on base percentage, strikingly similar to DENARD Span. Bob Davidson, 25-year veteran, has the plate. Jim Reynolds, 14th year at first. Crew chief John Hirschbeck, 30th year at second. And James Hoy, 6th year, third base umpire. A little bit outside. Rollins is hitting .255, on base percentage .312. DENARD Span is hitting .260, on base percentage .312. Rollins 5 for 18 career against Herron. It looks like he bit on that ball diving in the dirt, and he'll walk away. No effort to run to first, and tagged out by Ramos.
He bit on the split. Let's set the defense for the Nationals tonight. HARPER, Span, WERTH the outfield. Desmond, Zimmerman left side of your infield. Rendon, LaRoche right side of your infield. And Wilson Ramos behind the dish. A nice way to start the game off for Dan Herron. Nasty split finger in the dirt, and Jimmy Rollins can't hold up. And that's how this one starts.
Next up, Michael Young. These guys have faced each other an amazing number of times. First of all, Young hitting .276, playing first base now with Ryan Howard out. He's faced Dan Herron 66 times. 22 hits, a homer, 11 RBIs. And yes, Michael Young still a Philly. There was speculation that he might be headed somewhere, maybe back to the American League July 31st. That pitch low and away, but Herron's ahead, and he can work low in the zone.
Well, there's all kinds of speculation going on. I don't think people really realize what, the waiver wire is all about this time of year. General managers, ball clubs, organizations will put guys through the waiver wire so that if a trade comes up that's attractive to them post-trade deadline, they can trade that ball player. A lot was made about Dan Herron being placed on waivers yesterday, and I don't think the people that made a lot about it really know what the process is.
Right.
Guys like Barry Bonds get put on waivers and have to go through, the whole system throughout the course of a season. Yeah. Everybody does.
And as long as you pull the guy back, all's well.
Right.
Mark McGwire got put on waivers the year after he hit 70 home runs. It just happens. Ball clubs testing a player's worth on the market. Michael Young cracks that one to right center. Tailing away from Span, but he'll get there anyway. DENARD Span racing to the track in the gap. 2 outs.
It's just so hard to illustrate on television how much ground DENARD Span covers in center field. But from up here, this ball's tailing away from DENARD in right center field. And if ever you thought a ball was going to get to the gap, it's this one. Just tailing away from him, and he's quick enough and takes a good enough route with a good enough jump to run it down. Getting some props from Jason Worth. Nice play.
Here's Chase Utley. 6 for his last 9. Phillies playing their 116th game of the year. And for Utley, his 86th. And from what we saw in those 2 series the Nats played at Philadelphia, about 2.5, 3 weeks apart, Chase Utley was moving around very well on the knees that have bothered him the last year or two. It's 2-0. He's 2 for 12 against Heron career with a home run. 34 years of age now.
Well, that health is why they extended him to the contract. They could keep him in Philadelphia through 2015. $27 million deal for 2 seasons. Ruben Amaro Jr. locking up his second baseman, and saying he's everything that we expect our Phillies to be, and Charlie Manuel loves having that guy in a Philly uniform for at least 2 more years.
Good fastball. Counts 3-1. Yeah, I always thought when the Phillies were really good, winning all those consecutive division titles, 6 I believe in a row, and going to the World Series a couple of times, Chase Utley was the brains of the operation on the field. Kind of the unofficial team captain. He and Jimmy Rollins, real leaders out there. But Utley always hit third for them. Benefited from having Ryan Howard behind him, but the guys in front of him liked having Chase Utley right behind them too, like Rollins and Polanco.
I don't know. I call me old-fashioned. I like when guys stay with the same team for a long time in their whole career.
I love it.
I think it's great for baseball.
Utley pops it up left center. Denard Span tells young Mr. Harper, I've got it. And a good first inning for Dan Heron. Nats take on John Lannan next. Interesting lineup tonight is brought to you by Mazda. We believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. Lannan tonight, Cliff Lee tomorrow, lefties. Jason Worth is actually hitting in front of Ian Desmond now, not Adam LaRoche, at least for tonight. This man's on a tear, and he's 10 for 29 career against Lannan. 4 homers, 7 RBIs, 5 walks, part of his production against his former ball club, and that's why we told you he is John Lannan's toughest matchup tonight. 1-0, 1-3-8 in 2 starts against the Nats this year, including 8 innings his last time out. No runs on 4 hits, July 8th. Denard Span.
Yeah, last start for Lannan was the 3rd against the Braves. He got the no decision, gave up 4 runs on 4 hits, over 4 1/3. Struck out nobody, walked 2, threw 77 pitches. 44 of those for strikes. So fastball, slider, curveball, change is what the Nats know that John Lannan has.
Denard Span trying to bust out of an 0 for 17. 0 for 4 career against John. But it's interesting, mention his numbers almost similar to Jimmy Rollins, even the RBIs. Rollins 32, Span 30. Jimmy a little more of a power guy, 5 home runs to Denard's 2. And he'll rip a pitch on 0-2. Utley backhands up the middle and makes a good play.
So the defense for the Phillies behind John Lannan, Dominic Brown, Michael Martinez, Darren Ruff, your outfield, Rollins, Ashe on the left side, Utley Young on the right side, and Carlos Ruiz behind the dish.
Ryan Zimmerman in that number 2 spot again. Finished up the Atlanta series, 1 for 12. Batted in the number 2 spot the last 2 games of that 3-game set. Zimmerman against his former teammate, 2 for 5.
Well, John Lannan's a guy that's going to try to get you to get yourself out. I think if you wait him out, you get a good pitch to hit. But he's made a nice living on ball clubs being aggressive against him. And I think that's how he pitched so well against the Nationals last time in Philadelphia, to where they were forcing the issue. They were swinging at his pitches, but he's a guy, if you wait him out, he'll give you something to hit.
3-1. Bryce Harper is next, and then Jason Worth here, bottom of the first. Waiting him out, getting a walk, Ryan Zimmerman with 1 down. Early game notes for the weekend. Jason Worth, 11 in a row against the Phillies. We'll see about that in a moment. Jonathan Papelbon has 20 saves. A chance to save 1 since the All-Star break, going on 3.5 weeks now. And the Nats have actually beaten the Phillies 5 of their last 7 here, including 2 out of 3 this year, and holding them to low scoring as a rule. Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 with a walk against Lannan. And he takes a pitch right after the lefty had walked a batter.
Should have a pine tar tracker on Bryce Harper. Usually starts with that front shoulder. Then as soon as he swings, it'll be on his back shoulder. There you go. A little bit on the back shoulder. But this is just recent developments with Bryce. This is something new to his game. You can see it right there on his collar. He's never really been into the pine tar like he has been lately. Eye black, yeah. Pine tar, this is new.
2-0. And he takes that running fastball at 90.
Well, that's a good take by Bryce Harper. Yeah, it's a strike, but watch the location. John Lannan's working the bottom half of the zone. Ruiz goes down to pick it up. But if you swing at that, it's a ground ball every time. So even though it was a strike, it was a good take.
That's outside, 3-1. John Lannan nibbling, and the Nats are building a first inning here. I'm sure Lannan does not want to face Jason Worth with 2 men aboard. Or down by 2.
Or ever.
Quite possible.
Yeah. Show you the numbers.
One out, 3-2. Zimmerman running. Harper, Tapper by the mound. Hustling. Cut off there by Cody Ashe, who makes a good play to throw him out. Rookie third baseman for the Phillies, 2 down.
That may have taken the bat out of Jason Worth's hand. Productive out for Harper. Gets Zimmerman to second base. Nice play by Ashe going to his left. Got rid of it quick just to get Bryce Harper. But now with Ryan Zimmerman on second and Jason Worth up, who's had some serious ownage in his career against John Lannan, you wonder how much he's going to see to hit, even though it's a first.
Yeah, we mentioned 10 hits and 29 career at-bats. and 4 of them home runs. Outfield straight away. First pitch change up. Just one cut of the grass toward left center for Michael Martinez.
Well, funny, they're playing Worth to pull, and he's been wearing out that right center field gap.
Yeah, I might play him to pull on the infield and the other way in the outfield.
Yeah.
His hitting pattern has been base hits between third and short lately and line drives to the scoreboard, including a home run or 2. Lannan behind another hitter.
Yeah, this is the old unintentional intentional. He wants nothing to do with Jayson Werth in first base open and 2 outs.
And oddly enough, Ian Desmond is 0 for 6 career against Lannan.
Well, you think Jayson Werth's going to be swinging at one pitch right down the middle. He's looking for something he loves, and you would think the green light is in effect.
Not even close enough to consider. 2 walks in the inning. Ian Desmond will bat with 2 outs.
Well, they're making him work. 18 pitches so far in this inning for John Lannan, but Ryan Zimmerman, a nice patient at bat. Bryce Harper, a nice patient at bat. Same with Jayson Werth. Kind of get an idea of what the game plan is for the Nats, although that might be out the window right now with Ian Desmond in. He's looking for something to drive early and often.
3-10 with runners in scoring position since the 1st of June for Desmond, who's driven in 54 runs. And Lannan missing by wide margins. They're going to visit from Carlos Ruiz here.
But where is he missing? Above the strike zone, and that's one place that John Lannan can't hang out.
Desmond aggressive on 2-0. Deep short. Jimmy Rollins. Long throw. Everybody's safe as that one pulled Michael Young way off the bag. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Adam LaRoche.
Yeah, base hit all the way. There's no way Jimmy Rollins gets him with a good throw. And there goes the no-hitter on an infield single from Ian Desmond. And Rollins just couldn't get around that ball enough to throw out Desmond. I think he had to throw it a click before he was ready. The ball runs on him. And so now the bases are loaded for Adam LaRoche. Good hustle by Desmond, smelling the hit all the way, putting his head down and just beating it out. Well, the Nats have been waiting for that big hit for a while, and you got a chance to do it right here in the first.
And it'll take something that Adam LaRoche has never been able to do against John Lannan. That's get a hit. 0 for 15. Crazy. He's due.
He's due.
Next RBI will be number 50 for Adam. Julie, what's the story with LaRoche in the lineup and hitting 6th tonight?
Well, guys, originally he wasn't set to be in the lineup whatsoever. Davey Johnson had wanted Chad Tracy to take his place and bat in the 6th hole, but Chad Tracy had a kink in his neck, a little bit of a neck strain. He said he'll be okay, so he's going to sit out, and Davey Johnson went with LaRoche.
Well, sometimes the guys who find out a little late they're in the lineup, whether they're in there every day or not, are the guys who end up doing some damage. Counts even 1-1. LaRoche has been swinging the bat better this week. Last 5 games, 6 hits. 2 of those home runs, 3 RBIs.
He's been working on staying through the ball, trying to alter that contact point, try to catch some heaters out in front.
Four for 11 in the Atlanta series with an RBI. And a 1-2 fastball upstairs gets him. 2 walks, a base hit. The Nats strand 3. Long first inning, though, for John Lannan. Stranded 3 of them while throwing 25 pitches. Second inning presented by Luna. Call tonight for the Luna Double. Get your second room of flooring free at 877-241-LUNA. Dominic Brown leads off. Darren Ruff, Cody Ashe for the Phillies, top of the 2nd. Dominic Brown has gone from 5 homers last year to 25 this year, getting a chance to play every day and showing the Phils what he can do. He has a home run against Dan Herron, 2 for 7 career. Herron's 307th career start. Dominic Brown with a high drive, right field to the right of the pole, not by much, and just into that pie-shaped section of seats at the end of the corner down there.
I don't know what he's celebrating.
Where's the ball, buddy?
I don't know. He got close to it? His buddy got it? Or he just knows he's on TV. Let's check it out. Where this ball landed. It had distance. Jason Worth going right into the corner.
He wanted no part of it.
It bounced back to him. He didn't get it, and then celebrated the fact that he didn't get it.
4 in a row for Dan Herron. Anthony Rendon takes care of Dominic Brown. That'll bring in Darren Ruff.
I think when you start to talk about the rest of the season, Carp, after what happened against the Braves and getting swept, and now all of a sudden being 15.5 back, you're 9 games back of the wild card. if you're Davy Johnson's club, you just start to keep it simple. Win the day. It's not about catching anybody at this point. It's about one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and winning the day. And I think if you go with that mentality for the rest of the season, you might catch fire and you might make it interesting in mid to late September. But if you start focusing on, you know, what just transpired, or you start looking at numbers and what you have to do to catch teams, you're going to get lost in the shuffle. So for Davy Johnson's club on August 9th, it's about winning the day.
Absolutely. It's overwhelming if you look at the whole thing. Jason Worth under this one. 5 in a row for Dan Herron to start the game. 3 balls in the air. And we will have our first look at Cody Ashe. Beautiful night at Nationals Park. The Nats need just under 24,000 to reach 2 million in attendance tonight. Ashe, by the way, is 23 years of age. Just had a birthday at the end of June. 6'1", 180. Phillies' 4th round pick in 2011 out of St. Charles, Missouri. Lashes that one out to center, and DENARD span right there. Dan Herron, a great start to his start. He'll be batting in a moment as well. .405 game. First 15,000 fans, 21 and over. A Miller Lite Nationals ball cap. You must enter the center field gate to receive it. It's while supplies last. Some restrictions apply. Next Thursday, go to nationals.com/tickets. Ramos, Rendon, Herron, 7, 8, 9, bottom of the second. If the Nats win and win big, 7 runs or more, you win big with half off regular menu online orders. Those prices slashed in half at Papa John's. Nats 50, the promo code, valid at participating DC, Maryland, and Northern Virginia locations. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official pizza of your Nats. Wilson Ramos no longer hitless against John Lannan. 1 for 4 with a solid hit up the middle. And over his last 22 games, now hitting right around 295.
That ball just makes a loud noise coming off the bat of Wilson Ramos. You see him squaring that out perfect. Head down at contact point, right back up the middle. Best thing about that ball is it bounced over the mound, because if it hits the mound, it can kick right back to Chase Utley. Stayed up the middle for a leadoff hit.
Bringing in Anthony Rendon. John Lannan ahead. Rendon 6 plate appearances against Lannan, 0 for 5 with a walk. That ball gets away. Ruiz to the backhand side and couldn't control it. Second base, nobody out for Ramos.
Yeah, I'll say this about John Lannan early in this game. His command has been off. You see, I don't even know, fastball, changeup, 86 miles an hour. His fastball's been 87. His changeup's 85. So you tell me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a very big differential at all. So Lannan has to be very fine. He's got to be right on the edges, mostly low. His forte, ground balls. He did get 2 of those in the first. And that's in there to Rendon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. How did it miss him?
And Carlos Ruiz getting an early workout back there from John Lannan.
.25 pitches first inning. Dan Herron has faced John Lannan 4 times without a hit. That ball hit well, deep center. Martinez can only watch it. That appears to be a home run. First base umpire Jim Reynolds says it is. The Nationals lead 2-0. It looked like it might have hit the top of the wall, hit a railing behind it, and came back. And Rendon's 6th big league home run. Charlie Manuel is going to come out and dispute the call.
I'll tell you what, on a hot, humid night here at Nats Park in batting practice today, the ball was absolutely flying. And this is the part of the park where it flies the most on a warm night. It gets a fastball right down the middle. Ruiz set up on the inner half. Drove it right over the Geico sign, and I believe it's a home run. I didn't think there was any doubt the first time I saw it.
That's a home run.
It's Tater.
It actually hit the rail behind the wall first, came forward and hit the top of the wall. And the umpires will go in. The only one that'll stay is Bob Davidson. And if they see that replay, they will be out very shortly.
As long as it's not dollar hot dog night, then we might have a little delay.
Well, that was Monday.
Check it out one more time.
Yeah. Right there. Back rail.
Oh, that girl would have got totally smoked if it didn't hit the rail, too. She had none chance of catching that linear. That ball was hit.
We've talked about this many times since the park opened. Back in 08, they painted that green strip right above the scoreboard there to make this call easier to make for the umpires.
Well, he's opened his stance up the last 2 or 3 games. We talked about making the adjustment the league is making to you. So Ramos opened up his stance. He's kind of looking at the pitcher more with 2 eyes rather than 1, just facing him more directly. And you're seeing the results. He's hitting the ball to left field with authority. He's hitting the ball to center field with authority. And remember early on when he was locked in, everything to right field now is showing the league that he can pull the ball. And he's adjusting to what they're trying to do to him.
Here come the umpires. Crew chief signals home run. So do you get congratulated in the dugout a second time when this works out?
No, that's only when Michael Morse hits one in St. Louis and has to go back to home plate and round the bases all over again.
2-run shot for Rendon. And the Nats on top here, bottom of the second with nobody out. Here's Dan Herron against John Lannan. And he'll go left side to Hopper, Cody Ashe. That'll bring around the top of the order now, Denard Span and then Ryan Zimmerman. You can come meet and greet Denard Span tomorrow from 11 a.m. to noon at the Cox Fairfax Solution Store. That's on Lee Highway in Fairfax. It's free to attend, but RSVP at coxisbaseball.com. coxisbaseball.com. RSVP to meet and greet Denard Span tomorrow. Span on an 0-2 pitch hit the ball sharply up the middle first time, and Chase Utley backhanded it, threw him out. Pulls this one hard, and a nice pick by Michael Young, who's used to the hot corner at the other side, and of course played a lot of shortstop. 2 outs.
Yeah, playing in for the bunt right on the edge of the grass. Span hit it hard again. Michael Young with the big glove at first base. Just flips it out there, makes a nice play.
Here's Zimmerman, who walked first time. So John Lannan has 4 ground ball outs, but a big fly got him in this inning. Ryan Zimmerman surprised by that call. Froze and did a double take. Thought it was inside. That one's well hit. Deep left center. Red seats. Yes. 3-0 Nats. Zimmerman's 13th of the year.
Pretty good pop for a number 2 hitter.
Yeah, he'll get stronger as he gets older.
Well, he made some adjustments before the game today, trying to get his feet back underneath him a little more to stay over the top of the ball and to create a little more backspin and be more direct on a fastball. And you saw the results right there. Wow.
There's Bryce Harper. I thought he might go up hacking, and he did.
Usually a little more spread out, but you see how narrow his base is and where he's starting from, so the feet back underneath him a little more to create him to stand a little taller over the baseball. And you see the top hand rolling over. Very short, compact swing for his 13th tater. Both home runs tonight have gotten out of here in an instant. Wow. Missiles.
Yeah, deep to the gaps either side. Harper takes one low. 2-1. John Lannan has now given up 5 home runs in 70 innings. So he had kept it in the park pretty well until this bottom of the second tonight. Harper locked up on a breaking pitch that dove away from him. Counts even. 2-2.
Yeah, you got the slider right there. Betting fastball couldn't hold up.
And another breaking ball gets Bryce. Good inning for the Nats. Wilson Ramos started it with a base hit. Anthony Rendon, right center, flashing some power to the opposite side for a number 8 man. And then Zimmerman, middle of the order guy, batting second. Deep left center. Nats by 3. life out on the parking structure, and a long home run out to the red seats, similar to the first one he ever hit in this ballpark. Opening night back in 08. Rendon went deep, 3-0 Nats. Here's Carlos Ruiz, top of the third. Dan Herron, 6 in a row, 24 pitches, 14 strikes. Ruiz on a 5-game hitting streak, 7 for 18. Dan Herron showing some command right there to the outside edge. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track.
Well, he's just been money to the glove side for the last 5 starts. He's been owning the outer half of the plate to righties.
Yeah, similar pitch for strike 2. He's working so fast. Hard to look again at some of the stuff he's throwing. Then he loses that one up and in, and Ruiz takes it off the arm. Unfortunate 0-2 pitch.
I'm pretty sure that was the split, just kind of squirted out of his hand right here. You can kind of see the knuckleball rotation on the split. Lost the grip and hit Ruiz.
Dan Herron, 7th hit batter of the year. Right there, Adam LAROCHE. Really no man's land for the runner. What could you possibly do? And just like that, bases empty, 2 outs.
Did he hit Carlos Ruiz? I can't remember. First pitch, Michael Martinez, line drive right in the tracks of Adam LAROCHE. Just puts his glove down right on the bag. I mean, that's an unassisted double play that almost turned itself. If his glove would have landed on the bag, almost did.
John LANNAN, 4 for 20 as a hitter this year. 106 career hitter.
How many career homers? 1.
Where was it?
Dodger Stadium.
When?
Last year or 2 years ago? Or
yeah, it's 2 years.
One of those two.
And you dubbed him Long Ball LANNAN. Of course, that jinxed him. He hasn't hit one since.
He's right up there with my old friend Dwayne Kuiper.
Straight back it goes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice breaking ball by Dan Herron. 3rd inning over. He's faced the minimum number of hitters so far. WERTH, Desmond, LAROCHE straight ahead. Four, 5, 6 coming up. Sideline report from AFCEA, the Association for Global Security Professionals. Julie, it's all yours.
Hey, Thanks, guys. How awesome is it, by the way, to see 2 home runs early on from these guys? Very cool. Maybe, possibly, just maybe a little momentum shift, which is something that Davey Johnson spoke about pregame today. He said he's been searching and he hasn't stopped, and he has this no resignation sort of mentality going into this. And he said it's so difficult to have a momentum shift when you just don't have any momentum. He says, I keep searching for it. I stay up late at night. I can't sleep. He says, I believe in those momentum shifts, but winning cures everything. So maybe these guys can put something together tonight. That would be nice, right?
Absolutely. And the first step towards that, putting some runs on the board, getting ahead early, and putting some pressure on the other guys. Nats have had some 1-0 leads early, but it's been a while since we've seen crooked numbers up there. There's Worth, who walked part of that bases loaded first that did not yield a run, but it gave a lot of the Nats a good look at what John Lannan either has or doesn't have as far as stuff tonight. Now it's 2-0. Worth, by the way, walking for the 35th time.
In my experience is a momentum shift comes with playing good baseball, doing the little things right and winning games, getting the big hit, driving in runs, and doing all the little things right. Start doing that on a consistent basis, you start putting together W's, and there's your momentum shift.
Off-speed pitch, Worth hacks it out to Jimmy Rollins. John Lannan, 5th ground ball out. And Ian Desmond will be the hitter. It's a great view from our robotic camera, about halfway up the backstop, right over the shoulder of the umpire, catcher, and hitter. Desmond bounced one by the mound, infield hit, first time.
We have a robot?
Yeah.
So cool.
Somebody somewhere is working on a robotic play-by-play man. I can just sense it.
Well, whose voice are you going to put in it?
I know. That's a robot calling a home run. I don't know.
I got nothing. I'm trying to come up with something. I got nothing. You finally locked me up.
Well, you took us down the robot trail. Desmond wants a little better grip on his bat. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's been flirting with danger, though. He's been up with everything.
That ball lined hard right center. Desmond thinking 2, maybe more. Ball deadens against the scoreboard and returned by the right fielder, DARIN. Ian Desmond, 29th double of the season and his 47th extra base hit.
And none harder than this one right here. Just a nice piece right there, letting the ball travel, backing it up, going the other way hard, head right down to contact point, and once that got over Chase Utley's head, you were thinking 3. There's not a lot of triples in the right center field gap here because it's so shallow, but an easy double with 1 out here in the 3rd for Ian Desmond.
Adam LaRoche struck out first time on a high fastball with the bases loaded. Trying to keep John Lannan from getting him to 2 strikes. Did it break his bat? Evidently it did. Your mission, our commitment. Visit agilitycorp.com. So slugging percentage in August. A first baseman since 2004. Adam LaRoche right behind 2 big guys who are hurt. Pujols and Teixeira. Joey Votto there.
Votto and LaRoche are the only guys playing.
How about that? They are the dog days. Nobody really holding Desmond other than the pitcher at this point. Although Jimmy Rollins can play up the middle some with LaRoche hitting. He'll sneak it in, maybe tap the glove a time or 2 right behind Ian. as LaRoche takes a fastball inside. 1-1.
Show me fastball to get to the slider away.
Little pop fly left center. And missed by Martinez. Desmond coming around. Rollins flubs the relay. He got a short hop. And the Nats make it 4-0. Martinez a long run. It looked catchable at the end. And Ian Desmond, once that ball hit the ground, not stopping.
Well, good send by Trent Jewett right here. Sending Desmond all the way. So good read by Desmond once the ball dropped and the play wasn't made by Michael Martinez. Good swing by LaRoche, throws it out there. And I think Michael Martinez will tell you that he should have made this play. He was all over it, albeit a diving play. It would have been a great play, but that's a play you see a big league center fielder make more times than not. Nats taking advantage, 4-0.
Another runner in scoring position. Here's Ramos, who singled up the middle. 6 hits already. And Ramos kills one to Rollins, and LaRoche is hung up. That'll be a 6-5 on the rundown. Adam LaRoche possibly anticipating that ball getting through because it was smoked.
Boy, there has not been a cheapie in the bunch for the Nats tonight. The ball flying off their bat. And if you saw their batting practice today, it was exceptional. You sit down there every day and watch these guys hit, but today, for whatever reason, maybe the off day, bats are quick all over the place, and you're seeing it here against LANNAN, who's been up with everything.
So LaRoche gets some high fives for his 50th RBI.
I had a question for you. Did you give LaRoche a double on that or a single? Because he stopped at first, and then he started again.
I gave him double because, like you said, it would have been an out-of-the-ordinary play.
I mean double versus single, because he rounded the bag, stopped, and then once he saw the ball kick away, then he advanced to second.
Yeah. You know, on an error, that's a single and an error, but no error given, so 2-bagger for LaRoche.
All right, I got it. Double RBI, sweet.
Yeah. Ian Desmond made a good base running play there. Ball got on the ground. I mean, he streaked to third base, and Trent Jewett sent him. And Jimmy Rollins, sensing that, not able to handle a short hop throw. Putting pressure on the other ball club with early offense. It's what the Nats have done tonight. Nissan will track that last pitch.
Yeah, 87 fastball in the outer half, gets a call.
Rendon, 2-run homer, opposite field first time. Well, that ball went over the scoreboard. It's about 385 out there. Then he hits one about 3 feet in front of the plate.
Same guy.
Yeah. But back-to-back doubles, Desmond and LaRoche. And after 3, the Nats by 4. Troop recognition, waving our caps, standing and applauding for our wounded warriors and those who fight at great risk. to protect us every day. They are welcome every night at Nationals Park. Navy Federal Credit Union, 4 million members, 4 million stories. Some dark clouds down to the south. Top of the fourth coming up. Beautifully clear to the northeast. AT&T fact of the game. Phillies in danger of their first losing season since '02. Last day in first place early last year before the Nats took command. So this is an organization that won the National League East in 08, 09, 10, 11. They had been to the playoffs just about every year during a stretch that started in 07. I think the Rays in the 08 series lost to the Yankees 09, haven't been back.
How about the Pirates?
Best record in baseball.
Their first winning season secured now since 1992. They are playing some good baseball.
It is?
Yes. First winning season since 1992. It's official.
That ball well hit by Jimmy Rollins. But Worth on the track. Rollins didn't get it. Pirates have a record of 70-44. That's a half game better than Atlanta. That is a game and a half better than Boston. Michael Young will be the hitter. He lined out hard to Span, who raced into the gap to rob him of an extra base hit. Here's another one. Can Span get this one? No. Hit too hard. Off the wall on a fly. DENARD with a good play to return it in. Michael Young's had two great swings against Dan Heron. Phillies have their first base hit.
Such a simple approach from Michael Young. Just gets that foot down early. Keeps that front side closed. Lets the ball get deep. And hits a one-out double. A couple of hard-hit balls.
Chase Utley is next. Upstairs to Utley, who flied to Span in routine fashion first time. Always good in situations like this throughout his career.
But you see where Heron's misses are compared to John Lannan's? When he's missing tonight, it's generally below the strike zone or just off a corner and down. Where John Lannan tonight really hasn't been able to get on top of his pitches, get him out in front, and get him to the spots that Dan Heron are.
And a ball up, lashed into right center. Around and scoring, Michael Young. Phillies on the board quickly. Chase Utley, 45th RBI.
Okay, look at the location. Just as you talk about down in the zone, he leaves one up, and guys like Chase Utley don't miss those. Belt high fastball right down the middle. Puts the Phillies on the board.
That'll bring in Dominic Brown, who bounced out to Rendon first time up. After he had hit a long high fly foul. Pretty much a fly ball hitter, this guy. He's only hit into 2 double plays. Fastball outside. Dominic Brown will not be 26 until the 3rd of September. So he is establishing himself as a longtime Philly of the future with a big hit here. A big season rather, looking for a big hit to get them back in the game. But I mean, he has just obliterated all of his major league marks with what he's doing. 2-1. Kinetic North America, pitch track.
Yeah, we'll see where Ramos is setting up. Glove didn't move, presented it well. Got the call.
That is a loud foul. Nothing like the Beltway Burger Pack.
Nothing. On
Thursdays and Fridays. Now, you couldn't get one yesterday. You can get one next Thursday. Get a game ticket, burger, fries, and a drink starting at just $20. You must do that online. Visit nationals.com/burger pack, and some restrictions apply.
When you saw that last pitch before the foul ball that Ramos framed on the outer half. I saw Benji Molina on the MLB Network, I think it was yesterday, talking about framing pitches. And you're just showing how he did it with his hand and how he could actually manipulate the calls by just subtle movements that Mike Scioscia taught him when he was in California. He was playing for Anaheim. He was talking about not really pulling the ball up on a low pitch too much, or the ump sees that and he knows it was a ball.
Walking lead and then the runner going at a foul.
And he was showing how on the outside pitch, it's all it is just a subtle turn of the hand, kind of letting the ball come to you and staying soft with it, to where younger catchers kind of jerk it in, and you know, all those things can take strikes away rather than get you a strike. And just listen to him talk about it. It was fascinating stuff.
I'm sure shared among two other brothers, right?
Right.
What a family. Utley with a great jump and a fly ball to center for Span. Chase Utley back to first on the second out. Dominic Brown retired. For the Achiever in You, PNC Bank. Now we're going to check in with left-handed pitcher Brett Mooneyham, 24 years of age. He's won 4 in a row at Hagerstown. Nats took him with a third-round pick out of Stanford last year. He is 6'5", 235. 10 games, 9 starts, his first professional season. He's getting some reps this time around, and that's a very successful ball club he's been a part of. Another one of our young stars checked in on a PNC minor league report.
Mike Rizzo loves the Stanford guys. And when he signs his first big contract, he's going to change his name to Mooneyham. It's ready. Call him up.
1 ball, no strikes to Darren Ruff.
Outer half, fastball, 89. That's where Dan Herron's been living lately.
There's been 1 ground ball hit by the Phillies. And that pitch up a bit. That was the grounder by Dominic Brown starting the 2nd inning. Couple of strikeouts, a lot of flyouts, a line drive or 2. And in the air to right for Jason Worth. The fly ball outs keep on coming. So Herron gives up a couple of hits, but he's making the Phillies earn what they get with a 3-run lead.
can meet DENARD Span at the Cox Fairfax Solution Store, Lee Highway, Fairfax, Virginia. It is totally free. Just RSVP at coxisbaseball.com right now. And let's go back to the second inning. Anthony Rendon, fastball supposed to be in, out over the plate. You saw Ruiz with the reach for it, so the location mistake ends up in the seats. Umpires go down, have a burger and a Coke, come back and say that's a tater. And then how about Ryan Zimmerman? Line drive in the red seat, so 2 home runs for the Nats with a nice 4-1 lead here against the Phillies.
Dan Herron leads off, bottom 4, takes a strike at the knees. John Lannan's 58th pitch. Career record 45 and 56. He's 3-4 with a 4.10 this year in now 13 starts. Herron on a breaking ball in the dirt, strikes out. John Lannan's 3rd K. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Time later in the game, brought to you by Miller Lite. DENARD Span has hit the ball sharply twice, second base, first base. Pretty good picks by Utley and Michael Young. Ball 1.
Sometimes as a lefty, you actually like when the first baseman plays in like Michael Young is right now. And the reason you do is because if you're going to bring that bunt with you, generally, you bring it right in this area right there to second base hard. So if he's in, it's easier to get it by the first baseman and bunt it right toward Chase Utley, get it by the pitcher, get it by Young, and you walk to first.
Two balls, 1 strike. Chase Utley again. He'll circle behind this one, get rid of it in a hurry. He's always had some of the quickest hands of any second baseman in the league. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers donating $250, so $500 tonight. $250 for every Nats home run to the Children's National Medical Center. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection, and Lexus home runs for children. Ryan Zimmerman, his 13th, after Rendon hit his 6th.
Boy, you see Ruiz insisted on the fastball in, gave it to Lannan 3 times in a row, threw it, got it in there. I think Ryan Zimmerman thought that was inside.
Yeah, and that happened in one of his previous at-bats tonight. Davidson, the umpire, works over the left shoulder of the catcher. That's a good look at that inside pitch. And the count's 2-1. That one too far inside. Bob Davidson, 25-year veteran.
And his 3 favorite words?
That's a balk.
That's a balk. That's a water bottle in his side pouch right there.
Zimmerman goes the other way, and it's right at Darren Ruff. Nats go quickly. Bottom of the 4th. Dan Herron back to work. It's just on the banks of the Anacostia, the massive trawler, and a 4-1 lead. Nice crowd tonight. Nice night at the ballpark. 4-1 Nationals after 4. Cody Ashe, Carlos Ruiz, Michael Martinez for the Phils, 6, 7, 8.
Cody Ashe hit his first big league home run yesterday against the Cubs.
He was hitting .295, made the International League All-Star team, called up July 31st at AAA Lehigh Valley. Went to Nebraska, and he's from Ross Detweiler's neighborhood, Fort Zumwalt West High School, in a town called St. Charles outside St. Louis. Phillies made him their 4th-round pick in 2011. No balls, 2 strikes. Look at him turn that one over. 83. That was gorgeous. Mercedes-Benz tracking Herron's 3rd strikeout.
Not as gorgeous as the Masson Trawler, but a nice split nonetheless.
Both quite functional.
Down and away. Look at that, just turning it over, getting inside of that split. And that's the adjustment that Herron made on the disabled, was changing the grip on his split to try to get different speeds and variation in speeds between his fastball, cutter, and the pitch you just saw.
High in the air, Carlos Ruiz, right field. Dan Herron's going to get a 1-pitch second out here in the 5th. Well, it's getting closer. 20 days away. Sammy Hagar, Hall of Famer, Grammy Award winner, here at Nationals Park after the game against the Marlins. Thursday, the 29th, 7:05 game. Rock into the night and the morning. Game tickets start at $10. Nationals.com/NatsLive. You must have a valid game ticket that says August 29th.
I mean, it's got to be 80s night at the park.
I'm just looking forward to looking out from our lofty perch here at about the 5th inning and checking out the clientele for a Thursday night baseball game at the end of August. Should be fun.
It's a great, great call.
Martinez, 0-2. Herron tried to do to him what he did to Ashe a moment ago. Then he goes split again. What an inning for Dan Herron. Couple of strikeouts, doubling his total for the night. Halfway through this one, the Nats by 3. Doing some damage already. And here's our Kia.com. Learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. Due up for the inning. Harper against the Phillies' career, 293. Worth 26 RBIs. And Ian Desmond, 30. And Desmond's 2 for 2 tonight. Against John Lannan, Bryce has bounced out to third and struck out swinging. Just to give you a little preview for the weekend, the 100 RBI watch is on for Bryce Harper. He's at 97 career. Line drive right at Ashe at third. Masson celebrating social media weekend styled by Hair Cuttery. All weekend long, Masson rewards fans with great prices, exclusive opportunities. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, mobile, and Instagram for more ways to win. And then share a haircut with a child in need. Find out how at haircuttery.com/share-a-haircut.
Find it highly ironic that you just read that promo, that you're not even on any social media anywhere ever.
I'm on the air, baby.
No Twitter, no Facebook, no nothing.
I'm
you read that.
Texting fool.
That was just not right.
0-1-0-4-1 with a walk is worth.
And I've watched you text.
I've started to use two hands now.
It's like watching a caveman chisel something in the side of a cave to communicate.
Well, you know, they did pretty well with symbols.
One finger. And it takes you like 20 minutes to send a 3-word text. Let me get you on Twitter.
And that's right in there to Jason Worth, 2-1. I don't know. Chipper dropped it this week. Chipper Jones. Have to check out and see what Vinny's doing out there in L.A.
He's tweeting.
3-1. Perfect night for Ian Desmond so far. Outside, and Desmond will bat with Lannan off the stretch. Jason Worth adding to his .391 on base percentage with a pair of walks tonight. I mean, he's getting closer and closer to 400 in that on-base stat.
I was talking to Charlie before the game today. I said, hey, Charlie, Jason's playing better than when he played for you. And he said, well, I just hope he doesn't play good this series. Well, so far, so good.
Desmond to left. That's a routine fly ball. Dominic Brown coming in for it. Out number 2 coming quickly. Adam LaRoche is next. Since back from the DL, his on-base percentage is over 400. Mike Trout and Miguel Cabrera, ridiculous. Yasiel Puig, crazy good for the Dodgers, who now lead the West by 5.5. Took a while to get Jason off that DL. He had a couple of setbacks, but once he got back, he was out of the gate and off and running.
Yeah, at 347 since he's come off the DL, coming into tonight. And 367 for the month of July, and player of the month.
And a strike to Adam LaRoche, who dropped a double into short left center last time up for his 50th RBI, giving him a 6-game hitting streak. 7 for 21. Adam just out ahead of that breaking ball. When he's locked in, he probably waits one more click and then drives that thing somewhere.
Well, Carp, that's a fine line when you're in a scuffle and you're having trouble getting to the fastball on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
You have to feel like you have to cheat to get to the fastball. Meaning you got to start your swing early, get your foot down early, kind of get everything going sooner than you'd like, and that leaves you open for the off speed.
That ball's well hit to right field. It is over the head of Ruff. Worth to third, and that's a single. Ruff was playing deep with 2 outs. And Adam LaRoche, one of the longest singles you'll see in this ballpark. But he cranked that one. 2 for 3. Runners at first and third, 2 outs.
Yeah, Ruff played this well. Let's check out the Verizon Files Exmo. And you see the location mistake once again. Ruiz set up away, reaching down and in, 82 miles an hour. And LaRoche dropping the head on that. Hit it so hard that Worth couldn't score, and it was just a single. So another missile tonight off the bat of Nationals hitters. Sign up for Verizon Files Triple Play online for just $89.99 a month with a 2-year agreement, and get your choice of a $300 Visa prepaid card or a $300 Amazon.com gift card.
Wilson Ramos goes up and gets a first pitch off speed breaking ball from John Lannan. Ramos base it up the middle. And a hot shot to short that Jimmy Rollins turned into a rundown to get LaRoche between second and third 2 innings ago. Ramos 1 for 5 career against a former battery mate. And that's into the gap in right center. LaRoche heading for third. Diving Martinez to cut it off. And Trent Jewett will hold him. But the Nats add another. And Wilson Ramos has 25 RBIs. 5-1 Washington.
Now Ramos seeing the ball big. The Buffalo seeing the ball big, and that's a hanger right there from John Lannan out over the plate. Great play, by the way. Michael Martinez, that saved a run. Selling out in the outfield to cut that ball off from going to the wall. If it gets to the wall, you send LaRoche. Because it didn't, you had to hold him. So heck of an effort by the Phillies center fielder to keep LaRoche at third.
They're going to walk Rendon and pitch to Herron. Dan Herron has 28 career RBIs.
You're not afraid to slap one down the right field line?
No, not at all. It'll load the bases.
Charlie featured on his left wrist there. Now watching a few bracelets.
And his bullpen is featuring some action. Right-hander Justin DeFreitas is up. Phillies have a bunch of new names in their bullpen. Herron has bounced to third and struck out. Ball 1. Two and 0.
They got to take right here, right? All the way.
John Lannon's going to have to throw at least 2 strikes here.
Yeah, this is the old 3 and uh-oh.
High strike call.
That take again, right? Fill it up. Or hack.
Would have been a called strike. So, runners about to be on the move. 1 run already in. Nats have their 4-run lead back thanks to the Ramos double. It's LaRoche, Ramos, and Rendon.
I love this play. Everybody going.
Low, ball 4. The Nats lead 6-1. And Dan Herron's second RBI of the year.
I think Charlie's talking about whether he's going to do a double switch or not. But Dan Herron should be smiling. Good at bat, RBI, helping himself out. And it's good to see that guy having fun. He did not have a whole lot of fun the first half of the season. He's been pitching very well, and it's good to see him smile.
Only thing keeping John Lannan in the game, the lefty-lefty matchup here with Span. So the Nationals on top by 5. Span's hit the ball on the ground 3 times, sharply twice. Outfield around to the left.
DENARD Span with the chance to really break this one open.
3 walks in this inning.
When you talk about hitting with runners in scoring position, I believe as a hitter you have to be patient. You can't be afraid to hit with 2 strikes. And you have to realize that the guy on the mound is the one that's up against it. I know I say that all the time, but to be able to drive in runs, you have to be able and be willing to go deep into counts.
Span takes a strike.
Because most veteran guys try to prey on your aggressiveness and the fact that you might be a little jumpy in a big situation, so they're going to try to get you out early in the count. But if you're willing to go up there, sit on one pitch in one spot, and be okay with hitting with 2 strikes, and that's how you have success more times than not in big situations.
Span right field line. That'll drive in 2. Herrin will end up at third. Span's going to go back, and now they've got him hung up. And that's before Herrin could get home. But Ramos and Rendon score, and DENARD Span drives in a couple. Big inning for the Nats. A 4 spot, and it's 8-1 after 5. .com. So the Nats lead at 8-1. Good to see some offense. Guys hitting line drives, taking advantage of walks. And you kind of spotted it early that John LANNAN didn't have his best stuff tonight, struggling, falling behind. And then the guys were patient and took advantage of that.
Yeah, they got him up in the zone. He didn't have good command tonight. And you saw a good game plan being executed by the Nats. I mean, 8 runs is nice to see. Offense is cool, and you're seeing it here tonight. Even the outs have been hard. Yeah. So some good at-bats, maybe taking advantage of an off day, but bats looking quick here.
Good command to go with that by Dan Herrin. A couple of hits an inning or so ago, gives up 1 run, but he's attacking guys, getting ahead and getting outs.
Well, it's nice to have a lead, right? A veteran guy knows what he's doing. You give him a little cushion, get a little something to work with. I mean, a lot of Dan Herrin's starts this year, he's had to be perfect out there, meaning he's had 1 run or 1-run lead to deal with. Tonight, not the case, and he's doing a nice job with that split, keeping it down in the zone, and that's been his out pitch. Yeah, since he's come off the DL, he's been good. We said 2-2. With a 2.40 ERA since coming off the DL. Opponents average 2.06, 22 for 107. He's continuing it here tonight.
John Mayberry hitting for John LANNAN, who will be done after 5 innings, giving up 8 runs on 9 hits, 95 pitches, 52 strikes. Mayberry all locked up on that Dan Herrin breaking ball away. Mayberry 1 for 8 as a pinch hitter this year, hitting .251 with 8 home runs. Wow. Good diving splitter to the right-hander. Didn't miss by much.
75% fastball. That's a cutter and the fastball.
Two-2 pitch to Mayberry. Got him right off the end of the bat with a pop fly. Ian Desmond for the first out, top 6. Toyota case for kids. Dan Herron, 4 strikeouts tonight. And every time a Nat pitcher racks up a K, it's $37 to the Children's Inn at the National Institutes of Health. So the D.C. area Toyota dealers helping children and their families with Toyota K's for Kids. Top of the order, Jimmy Rollins 0 for 2. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. He has struck out and flied to right.
It's a pitch that Herron throws only 4% of the time, the curveball, and he pulls it out right there for strike 1.
Phillies box score only has 1 entry, 4th inning. 1-out double, Michael Young. Right after that, Chase Utley, right center field, RBI single. It's all Dan Herron's given up. 1-hit batter erased in a double play back in the 3rd. And there's Michael Young, who's had the 2 best swings of the night at Dan Herron. Hasn't walked a batter, doesn't walk many. 117 innings, 21 walks, 103 strikeouts. And Jimmy Rollins went fishing up and away. 88 for strikeout number 5.
But Jimmy Rollins was swinging at that like he wasn't sure he was getting a 3-2 fastball. And he might have been thinking about it on the inner half, but late on 88 on the outer half. You see the little 2-seam run on the fastball from Dan Herron, and Rollins can't catch up. And that's what happens when a guy establishes his off-speed in the strike zone. It'll speed up that fastball, and it looked like Rollins wasn't ready.
Michael Young has made an out to right center, double to right center. So he's 28 for 68 against Dan Herron. Goes the other way. Rendon to his left. Gets the 1 hopper. Waits for LaRoche to turn around and then gives it to him with a bullet. Another 1-2-3. That's 8 in a row for Herron. And Abe in disguise as what, Batman?
As far as you know.
Sharknado already took out William Howard Taft. And Abe takes out the Shark. Now it's a two-man race. George, Tom, and tall Tom Jefferson has him dancing in the streets in Charlottesville tonight.
I think your old partner, the late, great Jack Buck, once said, "I don't believe what I just saw."
But that was after a dramatic World Series home run, not a fake race. That was a great call. This call to the bullpen, packaged by the UPS store. We love logistics. Justin DeFreitas. By the way, Vin Scully made a great call on that home run on TV. He said, "The impossible has happened." I thought that was great.
My favorite part about that home run is when you get the shot of it going out to right field and you see all the brake lights going on of all the cars leaving Dodger Stadium.
Gone. It's like, come on. Ryan Zimmerman against Justin DeFreitas here. Bottom six. Ryan walk and a home run, his 13th back in the second. Ryan is 0 for 2 career with a strikeout against this right-hander.
He'll throw a two-seam fastball at 93. He's got a slider and a change to go with it. Doesn't throw the changeup very often, so really a two-pitch guy, fastball, slider.
Fastball comes running back. Good swing back action on that. DeFreitas, 25 years of age. Phillies 11th rounder back in 07. Just 13 games last year. Strained his right elbow. Didn't pitch much. Pretty good snap on that breaking ball. 84 to strike out Ryan Zimmerman. Kinetic North America will follow it down.
Pretty good execution. Carlos Ruiz was tapping his glove on the ground. He wanted the slider in the dirt. He got it. And Zimmerman over the top.
That'll bring in Bryce Harper 0 for 3 against John Lannan. He's faced Justin DeFreitas twice. He's been walked both times. Bryce was 3 for 10 with 2 walks, hit by a pitch in the Atlanta series. Nats box, some big innings tonight. 3 in the second. Big blows, the Rendon 2-run homer, the Zimmerman solo. LaRoche RBI doubled in the third. And then RBIs by Ramos, Herron with a walk, and Span driving in 2, 5th inning. Pretty good breaking ball. Been throwing Bryce a lot of that. Throwing the ball in the dirt, off speed.
Even if they're doing that to you as a hitter, you can never get off the fastball. I mean, you still got to be hunting number 1 and adjusting to number 2 or 3.
Hits it hard. Jimmy Rollins got behind it. Makes an outstanding play.
A second hard hit ball in a row for Bryce Harper with nothing to show, and I think that one almost knocked Jimmy Rollins down. What a play. I mean, a lot of guys don't make this play. This is by no means a routine play on the speed of the ball. Watch. One hopper, got the in-between hop, gloved it, got up and made a nice play.
Here's Jason Worth, who's 0 for 1, but he's been on base twice.
How about this? Since July 4th, Jason Worth is the only player in Major League Baseball with at least a 400 average, 8 home runs and 19 RBIs. Hit 426 with 8 homers and 19 RBIs since the 4th of July.
What a great month. That's a swing, says Bob Davidson.
And he likes facing his old team.
And a breaking ball that was hanging a bit, and Jason just lobs it in the left. He's on base for the 3rd time tonight. Boy, if you put together a highlight tape of the last couple of weeks for him, you would see every possible way to get a base hit.
Yeah, homers, doubles, singles, everything's dropping. Stay hot, Jason Worth. Doesn't matter if he hits it hard, hits it soft, it's a knock.
Here's Ian Desmond, 2 for 3. Nats into double figures and hits now. First time that's happened since last Friday when they had 12, winning 4-1 at Milwaukee. That's a fastball up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I just think that off day yesterday for the Nationals came at a perfect time. And not so much from a physical standpoint because they just had an off day last Thursday in Milwaukee, but more from just a get away from the game. You have an awful series, quite frankly, against the Braves where they come in and sweep you. To just get away from baseball, regroup mentally, and come back and kind of start over.
Desmond to left. Ball hanging up, though. Dominic Brown to grab it. They have certainly responded and looked very fresh tonight. Into the 7th inning, 8-1 Washington. Recognition to all of our service members at home and abroad. The unbelievable Iwo Jima Monument, one of the great monuments just across the river over in Roslyn, overlooking the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, and a straight line right to the Capitol. The flag going up on Suribachi. South Capitol Street, Nationals Park, top of the 7th. Utley 1 for 2 with an RBI single. What a night for Dan. He's pitched 5 innings without giving up a hit tonight. Chase Utley has the only RBI, a line drive to right center back in the 4th. Cesar Jimenez. Dan Herron just painting with 81. Off-speed pitch, perfect.
I mean, Dan Herron kind of resembles an artist, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Kind of looks the part out there. He's definitely painting tonight. There's no doubt about that. Hitting all of his spots. I'll tell you what, when you face a guy with a good split, it is so hard to pick it up. It is so hard to elevate it just because you can't pick up the rotation on it. And there's times when you can actually sit on a split as a hitter and still not hit it because you're never really sure about the movement because it's so late and it's so sharp when it's a good split.
4 shakes to whatever he's throwing here. That ball hit pretty well. Worth back. You can only watch it 1 hop the wall. Well, Dan Herron went back to the original pitch that was put down by Ramos, but he shook off 4 different signals right there. That breaks a streak of 8 consecutive hitters retired.
It's 84 miles an hour. I'm looking at the grip. It's a cutter right there. And it didn't cut. Kind of stayed out over the plate. Chase Utley with a great swing. Good balance. For a leadoff double here in the 7th for the Phils.
7-run lead late in the ball game. By the way, Herron's gone at least 6 now, 11 times this year. He's gone 7 or more 5 times. And the hitter's Dominic Brown. Went 7 against the Mets on July 27th, 4-1 win. 7 at Milwaukee. Last weekend, 3-0 win. That's a base hit by Brown. Utley will stop at third. Worth hits the cutoff man. Phillies have a corner situation with nobody out.
I would imagine that Jim Lett's about to get a call down the bullpen. There are only 83 pitches to this point for Herron. 51 strikes, 32 balls, but we've seen in the past when he hits the wall, it usually happens fast. And obviously, a 7-run lead will give you a little more leeway.
Darren Ruff has flied to right twice. And a very late reaction by the right-handed batter. Chase Utley led off with a double. Went to third on the Dominic Brown base hit. That's like a ground ball in the infield. Ignore the runner and try to turn a couple. And Herron with 88 will paint the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Got him. Had him in between. Kind of a odd at bat for Ruff. Started on that very first pitch, FB, when he was late for a breaking ball away. Mercedes-Benz will track it.
Yeah, just an emergency hack right there. Not sure if it was a strike. And you see the sequence. Just 1 pitch in, the rest away. And Dan Herron going with the straight fastball right there at 89. And, yeah, I don't know what Ruff was doing. Just fooled. Seen a lot of late hacks by Phillies hitters tonight in 2 strike counts.
0 for 2 is Cody Ashe, the rookie. Fly ball to center and a swinging strikeout. Up the middle, Rendon! Desmond trying to turn it, and a little bit late. That was outstanding just to get an out. Phillies will score a run, 8-2, but all you're looking for at this stage of the game is outs.
Well, and effort. But watch Anthony Rendon right here. From his belly, kind of a hook shot. Feed to Ian Desmond, who flat-footed threw it to first. Ashe fast, so he's going to beat this, but what a play by Rendon. Had trouble getting it out. And you see how open Ian Desmond was right there, and that's how you get hurt. Flat-footed like that, trying to turn it. He had no chance to jump out of the way because he was so spread out. And it's a good thing that Dominic Brown didn't go get him, because he was susceptible to getting hurt right there. You know, usually you have that momentum coming across the bag if you're the shortstop, and Ian Desmond, you get some air. But right there, he was just trying to get the out and flat-footed, trying to throw it to first. And this is where you become vulnerable as a middle infielder. I mean, great play, obviously, by Rendon, but watch Desmond right here. Just wide open. He can't move, and you see he's flat-footed right there. Just got his leg in the air after the throw.
Meanwhile, ball 2 to Ruiz, who's been hit by a pitch and flied to right.
Be the thinnest beard I've ever seen right there.
Two to Ruiz. Fastball is up. And Cody Ashe will be on the move at first base in a moment. 8-2 ball game. Phillies are running the 4th, 1 here in the 7th. Number 8 hitter Michael Martinez waiting. And a 3-2 jams Ruiz again.
I'm looking at some of the Dan Herron losses this year. St. Louis 3-2, Dodgers 2-0, Baltimore 2-0. Phillies 3-2, Miami 2-1. I mean, he has to feel like he's got 100 runs out there with an 8-2 ball game. He's had some tough luck losses.
Ruiz, did he go? Yes, he did. In fact, he foul tipped it, and the redirect went into the mitt of Wilson Ramos. Phillies get a run. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Hyundai's 100,000 Reasons event. Visit your local Hyundai dealers today. Beautiful night at the Jefferson Memorial. The Nats by 6.
Wilson Ramos having another big night, 2 for 3 at the double. Anthony Rendon, 2-run homer, his 6th. Then Ryan Zimmerman on the board with a solo home run, his 13th. It's time for your Kia Drive of the Game, brought to you by Kia. Visit Kia.com to learn why Kia is one of the fastest growing car brands in America. And the 2 home runs tonight by Rendon and Zimmerman, maybe the fastest home runs we've seen this year. Right center field, left center field. John Lannan having an off night, and the Nats taking advantage.
Good to see the long ball. Good to see the guys producing some offense tonight. First time the Nats will see Cesar Jimenez, 28 years of age. He's been with Seattle his entire major league career, including some time in the minor leagues last year. Phillies signed him in December as a minor league free agent, but he's just now making his way to the major leagues. When Antonio Bastardo was suspended, this left-hander on August 6th took his roster spot. Whoa, up and in to Adam LaRoche. Adam with a good night. Singled off the right field wall last time. Earlier an RBI double. Then he's 8 for his last 22 during a 6-game hitting streak. High and tight again, 2-0.
He asked into the lineup, and it's a good thing he did. Pretty good hack.
Well, the Nats make a little attendance history tonight. We'll share that with you in a moment. So a crowd of 27,831 and a season total of 2,004,017. And the Nats go over 2 million, the earliest ever. It's during their 60th home game with 21 to go. Congrats.
He's taking back the ballpark.
3-2 to LaRoche. Got a fastball and pops it up out short center. Jimmy Rollins out there. Takes it in front of Michael Martinez. Nats were given 5 walks tonight. So that's $50 times 5 from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington, D.C. So over $300, over $15,000 for the season. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Wilson Ramos is 2 for 3 with an RBI. The Nats have 6 hits from their 6, 7, and 8 hitters tonight. And if you throw in Dan Herron's bases loaded walk, that's 5 RBIs from the final 4 spots. Ramos hits another ball hard. Chase Utley right there. So tonight he's batting 7th. Rendon 8th coming in a moment. If you have a season plan, you can take your experience to the all-inclusive suite level. To check out availability and pricing, go to nationals.com/club3. Dan Herron has pitched 7 innings, 97 pitches. Looks like Ryan Matthews will take over in the 8th. If that's the case, Dan Herron has gone 7 for the 6th time this year. At least 7 or more. He went 8 once. And that was added LANNAN in that really nicely handled 3-1 win back on May 2nd. Got the Nats back even in that 4-game series.
He finally got his ERA under 5 tonight with another stellar outing.
Strike low in the zone to Rendon. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That was Dr. Seuss-like by you right there.
Right on the corner. What does Nissan's pitch track think?
Well, Bob Davis is telling you it's time to swing the bat. 8-2 game, and it's late, and he wants you to hack.
Scott Hairston, if the inning gets that far, to hit for Herron. Change up and a good take by Anthony Rendon. Called out on the inside corner, so that plate is a little wider than it was a few innings ago. We're going into the 8th inning. A tip of the Nats cap to Dan Herron for a nice outing. by DentaQuest, who reminds you to smile. It's Friday. Affordable coverage for priceless smiles. Ask your broker about DentaQuest. Well, we sure have had a water theme for this one tonight. On the banks of the Anacostia, the Nats are just cruising along with some great offense tonight. 10 hits, 8 runs, and leading the Phils by 6. Moment in history brought to you by Volkswagen. The best thing ever event going on right now. Visit VWDealer.com. And you might look at this and say, what in the world are they thinking? An all-star game in August? Well, there was a strike that year. Things were starting a little late all around. And the kid, Gary Carter, of the Expos, 2 homers to lead the National League in Cleveland, 1981. And Vida Blue was the winner. He won an all-star game in each league. See with the Giants then? So he had done that with Oakland.
Probably, yeah.
I think that was his National League team, the San Francisco Ball Club.
Number 14.
Right number there at the bag. Michael Martinez chops one to Adam. LaRoche, 8th inning underway.
And Vida does a nice job doing the Giants pregame and postgame now.
I tell you what, watching that guy pitch was an absolute blast. That is Raul Valdez.
Well, he used to throw us batting practice in San Francisco. And we would tell Dusty Baker, please, no more Vida Blue and BP. He's breaking our bats. He's throwing us cutters. We're going to the game with the worst mindset ever. I know it's nice to have the legend around, but he's killing us in BP.
I went 0 for 18 in batting practice, and I'm supposed to get a couple of hits.
Our hands were bleeding by the time we got to the game because he kept throwing cutters and breaking our bats. You know, the juices started flowing for Vida, even if it was BP. He wanted to get some outs.
And a chopper, third base way. Kevin Franzen, reliable veteran guy, 250 with 17 RBIs for the Phillies this year, playing some third base. Placido Polanco now in Miami. Then they're taking a good look at Cody Ashe. And our buddy Gary Matthews from the Phillies, former player and broadcaster now, told us that they've got some third base prospects in the minor leagues. The old grinder, Charlie Manuel, ball club 10 games under 500. Franzen reaching for a breaking ball. Zimmerman on the run. You know what that means. Batter out. 2 down. Playoff bound Potomac Nationals back in Woodbridge starting Sunday. Upcoming homestand featuring a Tyler Moore Carolina League MVP bobblehead. Fireworks shows, of course, Dollar Monday. A celebration of halfway to St. Patrick's Day next week, even though they're only home till the 16th. And a Danny Espinosa backpack. 703-590-2311. PotomacNationals.com.
I'd imagine there's a few adult beverages involved in a halfway to St. Patrick's Day celebration.
A day before the actual halfway. Yeah. Close enough. Jimmy Rollins, professional at bat. Top of the 8th is over. Phils go quickly. He allowed 6 solo homers in 2 starts against the Nats this year. For some reason, they've had the home run touch against an outstanding pitcher who's a 135-game winner. Taylor Jordan will go for his 2nd major league win. He's given up 3 runs, earned runs or less, in 5 of 7 starts. 6:30 Nats Extra. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark tomorrow night, and we'll join you in the booth at 7 o'clock, 7:05, first pitch. So here on Friday night, this one's all Nats. We're going bottom 8. Left-hander Raul Valdez for the Phils, and he'll face Scott Hairston to lead off. 16th game for Valdez.
You know, 8-2 ball game right now. I'm figuring on my iPad I'm going to try Siri and just say Raul Valdez and see what comes up. It asked me if I wanted to call Bentgrass. So I guess you got to type it in.
Okay.
So on the mound right now, Raul Bentgrass.
35 years of age from Havana. Phillies signed him a year ago in November as a minor league free agent. 27 games in the big leagues with 1 start last year. Big league time previously with the Mets, St. Louis, and the Yankees. 1 ball, 1 strike to Scott Hairston. Pinch hitting as a Nat, 0 for 7. 4 hits and 22 at-bats. Hitting for Ryan Matthews, who had a good 8th inning. That's the kind of 8th inning we look forward to from Ryan Matthews, with Ian Kroll about to pitch the 9th. Matthews got 3 ground ball outs. Breaking ball comes around to get the corner.
Yeah, 3-pitch guy, fastball, slider, change. We just saw the slider in the mid-70s. The fastball's in the mid-80s.
Hairston against Valdez, 1 for 1 career. Top of the order, DENARD Span. 2-run single last time up. Hairston hits another one hard. And he takes a good swing at this one. Deep left, going back. And that is over the head of Dominic Brown. Hops up against the gate to the bullpen. And Scott Hairston into second with a pinch hit double. That ball really had some carry.
Well, the last 3 balls Scott Hairston has hit for doubles have been absolute bolts. You have this one of the collection. Goes down and gets the slider at 79, digs it out. And the only question was this going to stay in the air long enough to ride out of the park? Just hits the warning track, short hops the fence, and right here Hairston has to kick it in a little bit for a leadoff double here in the 8th. Been swinging it good.
First pinch hit as in that. Here's DENARD Span. Swing for the fences. The new Home Run Derby mobile game. MLB.com brings it to you. On iPhone, iPad, select Androids. Download MLB.com's Home Run Derby mobile game. It is free. Be a good one to get ready for tomorrow night's game. Nats have hit a bunch of homers off Cliff Lee. Not that that's going to happen again, but it's been pretty impressive. That went into the gap, and racing for it, Michael Martinez right in front of Dominic Brown. First out here in the 8th. Zimmerman and Harper, the next two hitters. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Ryan Zimmerman, career, couple of walks, 0 for 4 against Raul Valdez. Fastball, 87. Ryan takes that one up and in. Counts in his favor.
Well, he's got some kind of recoil with his arm, Valdez does, after he lets go of the pitch. Not a whole lot of follow through out there, and he keeps shaking his arm after every pitch. And not in a hurry.
Zimmerman reaching for an off-speed pitch. Michael Martinez, 2 outs. Another at bat for Bryce Harper, still looking for his first base hit tonight.
He hit the ball hard the last 2 times up. Lined out to Michael Young at third base in the 5th. Hit a one-hop bullet to Jimmy Rollins in the 6th.
Harper 0 for 1 career against Valdez. Good fastball.
And just such a short arm delivery. That 87 probably playing a little bit faster than you'd think. But he had a start on July 27th against the Tigers. Didn't go very well. 9 earned runs in 3 2/3.
That can happen against those guys.
Well, that was a game where Miguel Cabrera had missed a few with that hip flexor thing he had going on. Then he asked back into the lineup. Got in there, first at bat, went deep off Valdez.
Tigers trailing at New York tonight, 3-0 to the Yankees. They've won 12 in a row. Atlanta's ahead, trying to win their 14th. That's a strike. Bryce didn't like it. 2-2. Kinetic North America pitch track.
Well, Bob Davison has shown that he's going to start expanding the zone a little bit late in the game, and
wow,
that was not close.
Second base, Hairston doubled a lead off this inning. Stayed there with 2 fly balls right behind him to center. And Harper gets jammed a bit, but places it well. And Bryce is going to get himself an RBI hit. That'll be RBI number 39. And the Nats lead 9-2. Probably deserved a little bit of that. That ball sneaking through after some hard hit balls for outs.
Yeah, a 1 for 5 tonight for Bryce Harper, but he hit the ball hard 3 times, and he finally turns a rough night into a good night. Last at bat, checks in with a 2-out knock and an RBI. And that, folks, is what you call a salvage. 0 for 4 to 1 for 5. Nicely done.
Breaking the ball. Bends around to be a strike to Worth. Jayson 1 for 2 on base 3 times. His on base percentage is up to .395. And Worth will pop it up to the right side for Michael Young. So everybody but the pitchers. Base hits tonight. What a display by the Nats. 9 runs on 12 hits.
Promised earlier in the game, not just a good time, it's Miller time. And since there's 2 beers, we're going to show you 2 plays. Anthony Rendon, first time up, straightaway center field, a bomb on a John Lannan fastball. The fence saved that girl's life, by the way. And then how about some leather to go with the lumber? Diving play up the middle, a little flip to Ian Desmond to get the force out at second base. So Anthony Rendon having a nice night here against the Phils.
So Rendon at second base all night. Some other changes for the Nats, though. Scott Hairston stays in after his double, leading to a run to play left field. And Roger Bernardino will give Jayson Worth a few minutes off of his feet here. Ian Kroll, 23rd ball game. He'll face Michael Young to start, who's 0 for 1 against him this year.
Yeah, fastball, curveball change. Fastball from 90 to 95.
Pitchers in the 3rd spot for the Nats. If you're keeping score, Bernardino is batting cleanup. Young to Roger. And Bernardino grabs it for the first out, top of the 9th. Nats trying to win their 55th ball game of the year.
Coming to a big league game, the ball will find you every time.
PNC Bank presents Nats Extra with Johnny and Ray. Straight ahead here at Nationals Park. Well, this is a good one for the guys. They need 2 more outs to nail it down. The Nats came into this game losing 10 of their last 14 home games. Now they're trying to beat the Phillies here, going back to last year for the 6th time in the last 8. Get that season series a little closer at 6-5. Chase Utley a 2-hit night, an RBI, a run scored. Good fastball right near his hands on the inside corner. Going with the heater right now and doing it well.
He's going right after him, and why wouldn't you? And that's what Ian Kroll does best. Here's my fastball, hit it.
Trying to drop a hook on Utley. LaRoche to Kroll. Well done on both ends. Adam LaRoche has made some sparkling plays tonight.
It went with the curveball here at 81, and Utley catches it out front. LaRoche ready for the ball, a step and a half and a dive. And Kroll had a little false step getting over to first, but his athleticism, speed made up for it, and he got there in plenty of time for LaRoche. You see him just kind of taking his time to make sure LaRoche made the play, got there in time, and another dandy from the Nats first baseman. Great play.
1 out to go to get the weekend off to a nice start. Fastball right by Dominic Brown. Brown 0 for 3 career against Kroll. Two and one, working quickly. That's Darren Ruff if Dominic Brown can keep this 9th inning alive. 27,831 tonight. Nats went over 2 million in attendance this evening, earliest ever, and they've been treated to a very entertaining evening.
Good pitching, good defense, and offense.
Fly ball left field and drifting out of play. And a fastball up missing. Dominic Brown walks. 9th inning still going. That'll bring in Darren Ruff.
Well, a lot of times as a hitter, you're sitting on deck with 2 outs and the game on the line. You're thinking, I don't want another at-bat. But after Darren Ruff's last at-bat, when he took that weak swing on strike 3, I guarantee you he was thinking, get me up there. I want to turn my 0 for 3 into a 1 for 4.
.93 on the fastball, right-handed hitter a little late, and it's 0-2 here in the 9th. Got him! Off speed, ball game. Nats impressive at home tonight with a 9-2 win.
Well, we talked about it earlier. 1 pitch at a time, 1 at-bat at a time, 1 game at a time, and win the day. And the Nats did. Mission accomplished.
And a good day it is. Weekend off to a good start. Jordan and Cliff Lee tomorrow. Nats win. Davey likes it.